Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to change out your deck belt if you have a Cub Cadet XT1 mower, whether it be a 46 inch or 42 inch, and this will also help you if you have a Troy built or a Craftsman mower with similar deck sizes. I'm going to show you how easy it is. Do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let's get started.
First step is to clean that deck thoroughly. I recommend using compressed air, whether you have an air compressor or a leaf blower. You just want to get that deck nice and clean and dry. And guys, just keeping the mower clean altogether with a leaf blower or air compressor will greatly extend the life. It'll help prevent things from wearing out prematurely and help corrosion. So get that deck as clean and dry as possible. You can't use a water hose, but just dry it up. Now you notice how that belt is black. The new one is white. Now this one was white. When they get fully black, that's the sign, that's the wear indicator. Once they're fully black, they're stretched and worn out and need to be replaced. The belt can be replaced with the deck underneath the mower still, but it's so much easier to remove the deck. And then in that way you can inspect the spindles, you can inspect the pulleys, and change the blades, sharpen the blades. It's so easy. Let me show you how to do it. So once you have the mower deck clean, go ahead and lower it to the lowest position, closest to the ground. And I always like to start from front to rear. So go ahead and take this front belt guide off, and it'll take a 3/8. There's no other bolt on the other side. It just slides into the frame. We'll get to that later. Next, you'll have a bow tie clip on the front, and the hole will be different. If you have a 42-inch deck, the link on the front will be in this hole, but if you have a 46-inch deck, it's going to be in that rear hole. So just remove this really easy, and this may be under a little bit of pressure, so you have to wiggle it a little bit, but it shouldn't have much on it. Slip the belt off if it hasn't already. Then moving along to the rear, you'll have a pin linked to this arm that goes up to the frame. All you need to do is remove this rear one. It'll go easier if you have WD-40 or spray it with something, and also make sure there's no pressure up against the pin with this frame. And so now once that's loose, we can pop that away. Now we'll go to the other side. I'll do the same thing here. Make sure there's nothing up against that pin. Here's some quick tips. If it's really hard to get out, spray it with some lubrication like WD-40 or something. And then also, sometimes they're still just really hard depending on that pin, how long it's been in there. So if that happens, a trick you can do, just take your screwdriver and rotate that pin like I'm going to show you here. Just clip it down like that, and that'll make it a lot easier to slip out. And then, but also it gives you room to put a pair of pliers on it. So you can just put a pair of pliers on it and pull it on off. So now that you have all the links connecting the deck unhooked, you can lift this up, and as you do, those arms are going to lift out of the way. And now all you have to do is slide it to the left side so you can release this PTO cable. Be careful as you slide this out not to put any tension on this engagement, the deck blade engagement cable. So what we're going to do now is there's a pin there, so take that out. Oops, it fell right there. Pull it back, slip it through the notch, and now to get this spring off, if you'll push this tensioner arm back, it'll give you plenty of slack back there behind the deck shell to unhook that hook. And then make sure you put this hook somewhere where it won't get run over if you're going to drive the mower somewhere. I like to run that cable behind and hook it up to one of these seat springs, and now we can slip the deck on out and get full access to it, change that belt, and inspect everything. Also, remove that front link if you plan on driving the mower around without the deck. Alright guys, so right here I have the camera where you guys can see really well everything I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to go over
some of the common things I would see customers do wrong. One, when they would try to bend these tabs back, don't do that. Remove the pulleys. That's what we're going to do here. Also, another common thing is they leave these off. These are not only shields, they also help keep the belt from coming off of these sheaves on top of the spindles. So when you disengage, engage, they flap around a lot, and this helps keep them nice and close to these grooves here. Speaking of grooves on these belts, when you get a new belt, make sure you unwind it, and there's a flat side and a V groove side. Okay, it's called the V groove. So the V groove goes into these V grooved sheaves on top of the spindle. The flat side goes across these flat side idlers or pulleys, and then also the V groove, like where I am right now, goes into the crankshaft pulley attached to the engine. But on these, it's very simple. They just basically, when you pull that cable, pulls that back, and it takes the slack and tightens this against the pulley that's attached to the engine crankshaft. And so the belt takes a lot of wear. It takes that slipping of when you engage those blades. So real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and remove these idlers. It takes a 9/16, and on this side, you're gonna have to hold a wrench on the bottom. And if you don't have an impact, I would highly recommend getting one. It makes life so much easier. So this side, see, we have the bolt, you got a little bushing right there, and you have this guide, this belt retainer, it's a belt guide. A little bracket there goes into that hole. So we're just gonna leave that right there. That's the nut. And on top of that pulley, you'll have a little washer like this, and then the nut. But when you have them off, take them in your finger, spin it, or when it's attached to here, make sure the belt is not touching, and they should turn. They should be silent when they turn. If they're growling, making noise, you need to replace it. The bearings are going bad, but they should spin silent. All right, so I'm gonna put that bushing right there. Now on this side, just use maybe the open end of the wrench and come in here from this side. So this side, you have that bolt on the top. Bushings like that. Again, same situation. But the nut can fall through that hole, which it already did. So go ahead and set those bushings and belt guides off to the side, because we're going to need to put this deck up on one side where it's vertical. But while it's still in this position, I'm going to go ahead and remove these spindle covers, and it takes a 5/16 socket. I knew these spindles were good, but now's the time for you to go, if you have this belt off, pull that tensioner arm back so those brake shoes get away from the sheaves, and spin those spindles to make sure they're not making noise. So when you install the belt, make sure the flat side of the belt is on the outside and the V groove is on the inside, making contact inside of those sheaves on the spindles, and make sure the belt is inside of those grooves before you put that cover on, like you saw right there. Just take note, when you put these covers on, it is easy for those belts to slip out of place. And also take those little bolts and spray them with some WD-40 or some anti-seize, because they're usually pretty rusty, and that'll just prevent future problems. So just make sure that belt doesn't fall off out of the groove of those sheaves as you put these on. Since I have everything I need on this one, I'm going to go ahead and put this one back into place. And I'll just reach underneath and grab that nut for the other side. So make sure your belt is on this side of that pulley, that guide. And I'm just holding that bolt up in place. Make sure you put the bushing back into place right there. Slip that back over. Make sure it goes over the belt and goes down into your bushing. I'm holding pressure up on that nut still, on that bolt And before you tighten it on down, just make sure And especially after you tighten it down, make sure that this is still in the proper place. I'll put my wrench underneath there. It'd be nicer if these bolts studs were welded like some of the John Deere mowers. And make sure it spins nice and easy when that belt's not attached, and you don't want that belt to be able to slip past there. That's what's keeping it on. So on this side, all I have to do, I'm just going to lift up, grab. So I have it just resting on a 4x4 block, just balanced there, just to show you guys how I can access a socket through that side. So now I can just put this like that and then put the nut on through that hole. And make sure that tab is lined up properly on that bracket that's welded to the deck for that belt guide, and just make sure your belt is going on there nice and easy. It's so much easier to do it this way. You just hold pressure with that bolt and slip it right on in there. Now I just hold a wrench on this side and I can run it down with the socket on the bottom side of the deck. And just make sure it's rotating, make sure this isn't moving, and make sure the belt can't get between the pulley and the guide there, the belt retainer. So this is how it should be routed. Now let's reinstall it to the lawn tractor. So slip it in from the right side, and then you'll need to get your engagement cable, your blade engagement cable, and hook that up first, but do it while that deck is about halfway outside of the mower. And you can push that tensioner arm bracket back and install that cable. So much easier. Make sure you line up the cable into that bracket and then put your clip pin in there to secure that. And once you have that, just slip it all the way underneath the tractor, the lawnmower, and we'll start from the front again. So instead of starting from the back in reverse order, once we got that PTO cable on there, start from the front again, because putting that front link on is going to be very difficult versus doing that first, and then it's actually pretty easy to do the rear ones. First, go ahead and put that belt on and then the belt guide before you even hook up the decks, and then I can push the deck back, put a little tension on that belt, and makes it easy to line up that belt guide. So there's a little hole on the other side of that frame. Just gonna remove that belt. I always like to put that bolt back in the frame so I don't lose track of it. Here's another tip. I see people trying to install these. They'll try to go into that hole in the frame on the other side first, and then lift this side where my hand is up, and that always grabs the belt. So don't do that. I'm going to show you how to do it. First, lift it up into the position. Don't worry about lining up that hole yet. Line up this side, and then find that hole on the other side and push it on in. And you should be, when you line up the bolt, it should be really close right here, but not touching that sheave. If you have a 42-inch deck, goes into this front hole, the 46-inch for this top link. You can just see how easy it is to line that up. And then take your washer and your bow tie clip there, put that on, and that's fine. And now you can do this 2 side lift linkages, and we're going to lower this back down. That's going to bring those arms right back down for us. And now we're just going to lift it over here, and we'll slide the deck over. Might have to lift the deck up a little bit to find that. And it's that simple. Then put that pin back in. Guys, it's so easy. I can just pick up this deck and just line up that hole and then pull it towards me a little bit. It's just so easy when you do it in that order. And it's that easy, guys. We're ready to go cut, and we can lift it on up. Now would be a good time. Check your air pressure in all 4 tires, then level your deck. But simply changing that deck belt should not affect how you had your deck adjusted, you know, as far as the level. Now it's time to test the belt, so make sure you pull to a safe area or make sure there's nothing underneath that deck. And I'm going to engage and disengage a couple of times. You can see how that belt just flops around, so it gives you an idea how important those belt guides are. So guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope it helped you out, made this job a lot easier to change it out. It's not really a big deal. Just take your time, make sure it's nice and clean. Follow that procedure that I showed you. It should be really simple. Do me a favor, if you like these types of videos, check out all my other videos. Got playlists. I work on commercial mowers, residential mowers. Don't forget to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the channel already. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time.